7, 6, 5.
Oh, 7-star citizens, and welcome back to Answer the Call, your weekly call-in show and podcast, 4-star citizen. I am Croncy, that's SaltEMike, and 4.3.1 is live. How are we doing, Mike?
Good. 4.3.1's live, and I'm not excited for it really at all. There was nothing that was like getting my juices flowing, for lack of better words. Like I wasn't ready to dive in. I've actually not played that much this week. How about you?
Well, as you know, I actually played probably more this week.
Yep.
Interestingly, before the patch, more this week than I've played in like the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Part of that, I've got availability to do so.
Yeah.
But then other part of that, I'm having a good time with it. It's what
have you been getting up to?
We'll talk about .1, but like I was like, all right, you know what? I've been waiting for like some semi-stable patches, some semi-stable item persistence through patches, which obviously we'll talk about today. But like some semi-stable persistence with that sort of stuff before I actually start grinding for something I want. As well as we now have enough kind of a variance in gameplay that grinding for it is also like it's not as monotonous now.
What do you want?
Different things. I want a Polaris.
Ooh,
I want a Polaris.
You gonna Wicklow it? Well, you have to, I guess.
Yeah. I have no intention of spending real money on a Polaris ever. But I would love to get a Polaris. So.
I think you hit a good time, because you know what we were talking about pure Karenite last week.
Yes.
This is a theory. We don't know if this is a fact yet, but every hole now has one node of pure Karenite, it looks like.
That makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
That also wants me to immediately tell the story of Monday, where so we were like, all right, we're gonna start it. We're gonna start getting into it. Let's do some Hathor, right? Hathor's been working pretty well. We'll start. I like one of the things I need is favors. We need pure Karenite as well, so let's just like grind Hathor, get Karenite for favors, get pure Karenite for the Polaris, all that sort of stuff. The literal second one that we went into, we were going into, we had get it started. Mike popped up and was watching stream and was like, "Oh, how you been doing? You've been finding Karenite, all this stuff." I was like, "Oh, we haven't found pure Karenite yet." He then left, and we immediately found a double node inside the inside the one that we got.
Yep, and we had done 15 holes without finding any Karenite up to that point.
Yeah.
This week we found, I think, 6 total. 2 on .1 and 4 on .0. So
.0.
Yeah. But I have
it's a little bit better.
People are finding it more often now, so I think they might have changed the numbers. Apparently it's not every hole, but I think people are finding it more often. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was funny. So Mike is apparently allergic to pure Karenite, or pure Karenite is allergic to Mike.
Yeah, so we were just mining Saldinium and Jacklium like crazy. That was it.
Yeah.
And because Karenite's not worth mining, sadly. But yeah.
So we did some of that, and then looked to get some secure drives as well and stuff. So that was my pre.1. And then today was the first day I was able to get into .1 that wasn't the PTU.
What'd you do?
And we're starting that now. So one of the new requirements for the Polaris is one of each recombinant. So we're starting with that. We're going to get that done.
Isn't it? No, it's one of each. So 9.
Yeah.
Is it not 5 of each? It was like
no. So the 5 of each.
That's the armor.
The armor and the gun, and it's not 5 of each. It's 5 of each
like
of
a couple.
Like each, the type. So it's like 5 of each RGL for one of them, 5 of each one of the other ones for this. So 15. You basically need to do it 15 times.
Yeah, which is, it's about an hour to do even with a group. So that's
sort of.
Yeah,
because we can also say that. So if you have 2 to 3 people is probably like the ideal for this.
Yeah.
It'll take you like 40 to 50 minutes, assuming you're also like looting armor and whatnot, which I'd recommend you do anyway, because you find a good piece of armor that people want to buy, you're gonna make a ton of money, right?
Yeah.
We did it with 7 people today because everyone was just like, I want in.
Yeah.
And it took us less than 30 minutes.
Okay. I did it solo yesterday.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I've heard lots of complaints about people doing it solo. were you okay? Were you able to do the?
I was able to do it.
all the
Yeah, I
puzzles
died.
okay?
I died
Okay.
3 times. So I died like
Okay.
twice to just being an idiot and like just letting NPCs shoot me, and then I died one
Yep.
time to like what I would consider like a slight bug, slight my fault. This was all in the power core was where I ran into issues, and I was able to pull all of the levers and get the choose my catalyst or whichever thing it's called.
Yep.
And I was fine. It really isn't that hard. When you know what to do, it's super easy. Like I don't know what people struggled on, but like I had played it in the PTU, so I knew all the puzzles already.
Yeah, I think most people seem to be struggling on the
power core, I would assume.
The power core, but also the
fuel.
The bit just before might be the fuel, but it's the bit just before the power core where it's the the big Valakar spawns in the center, the adult one spawns in the center, and then there's like the 3
people struggle with that,
like plasma fuels
because they don't know where to go.
Yeah, and so they do it real slow. So if you tractor beam one at a time all the way from where you can get it,
that's what I did.
Thingy, it's gonna reset. Like you're spending way too long. Whereas realistically, you just put all 3 of the power cells.
I just launch them up there by the worm. Then I kill the worm. Then I put them in, and the worm.
Then you do one at a time.
The worm doesn't wake up and start attacking me before I put them all in.
Yeah.
Done. Okay.
Yeah. So there's stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Which will just as you play it and you get used to it.
Just get good, figure it out, and it'll be all right.
There also could be, I don't know if. No, it shouldn't be too hard. You can easily solo the last section of engineering too, because you have to do it in order. So like the timing is usually fine anyway.
Yeah, but the NPCs respawn sometimes. Like it's not that easy because the NPCs are pretty damaging. Like they're pretty lasery, but outside of that,
that's for sure. Just in terms of timing though, timing should be fine as well.
It is 12 pulses of the core before it resets. So it's like you have tons of time. So yeah, it was not hard. I did punch my chair once. First time I punched it in a while. And like my wife came downstairs, she thought the dog fell off of something. And because I was just mad when I dealt with the bug, but yeah, it was doable. And then the rest of it is super easy. So get the LMG and just blast.
And research is the easiest part of all of it because it's just.
Especially if you only
want spot, press button.
Yeah, especially if you only want a certain thing, you just go directly to it and you're done. Super easy. So yeah, that was mainly what I did. I actually had a sponsor for another MMO this week, and I just kind of got addicted to that. It's very much like Albion. So it's like,
what game?
It's called Warborn. I always forget the name of the rest of it. It's like Warborn something. I'll look and see. Oh, I can't.
I think it is
look.
just.
No, it's Warborn colon. It begins with an A. I don't know. But
Above Ashes?
Yeah, Above Ashes. That's the one.
Okay.
It's free to play on Steam, and it's like Albion Online. So, like, very similar to that, which I like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I kind of got addicted to it. It's like full PvP all the time. Like, good times. But it's like League of Legends type controls, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what I did this week, and I don't know. We started talking about 4.3.1. Do we want to talk about what happened to some people's inventories in 4.3.1?
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy who lost everything?
Everything? No.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah. Let me get this post.
Yeah, we'll start there. But the big thing, like a couple of weeks ago, was I think it was Benoit talking about LTP.
Yeah.
LTP. And saying like, oh, it's getting better. We're trying to make it even better. And then he said the stuff about like if you really want to make sure your stuff is like safe, put it in your home inventory and whatnot. Which I did, and I kept my stuff. But like I have no idea whether or not. Yeah, I have no idea whether or not what I did worked. I just know I kept my stuff, right?
So I just claimed all my ships before the patch went live, but I did lose. I lost all my medals. Everybody who was saving medals lost them, is my understanding. So that
should be medals basically just did not save.
Yeah, that should be a pretty easy fix, I think. Is they were just like they just didn't set it up right. That's what it looks like. Some people lost script, some people gained script. So I have no idea what's with that. This guy, if you're reading what it says here, Lost everything. It says, title says most of it. I was playing when I got booted for today's new patch. Logged back in after patching to the same home as before, ArcCorp. Nothing is in my inventory at all. My subscriber items, purchased guns, armor, flare. We're talking about like paid for stuff is gone as well. Literally nothing at all in my home inventory. I tried file verification, reboot of game, PC, server swap, even character repair. Nothing. My ships and money are still there, but all of my inventory items are gone. So Niku just goes, noted. We're investigating this at the moment. And if I scroll down a tiny bit, I'm pretty sure the OP like pops right back in somewhere, and they got it back. Like they dealt with it fairly quickly. I can't find the OP though. And yeah, dealt with it pretty quickly, but that was something that happened to people. It just continues to reiterate what Benoit talked about last week of like, LTPs needs help, and they need to do something about it very quickly.
Especially because you introduced Wicklow this year. People, like, I just described how I started grinding for a thing. Yeah, I started grinding for a thing just before the patch came out. If I had grinded like some of the really, really hard stuff and then lost that would obviously extremely suck. So
yeah. So I don't care what the issue is for the people in chat who are just making up reasons in their head of why it might be. And Korgon, I love you. He's our org mate. But it's like, it doesn't matter what it is, why it is. If these types of things continue to happen, similar experiences to losing your ships, losing anything that you play for, at this stage, it's like, this game can't be shared or promoted with a wide audience. Like you just can't. Yeah. You can't share this game with people and be like, come play this with me. Because if you can't keep what you get, you can't play. Like it makes no sense. So yeah,
it's an interesting kind of, as we always come back to the year of stability. It's like an interesting thing with the year of stability where it's like you've actually done a pretty good job with the content that you've made this year. To make
servers
it like
are stable as well for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. Servers are stable. The content's been really good in terms of like actually presenting as a like decent product. But now that those things are good, the things that are bad are like even worse. Because it's like, man, I really was enjoying myself until all the worst things happened.
Yeah. It's like, I remember I was getting ready to just play on my like starter account and grind things up, and immediately, like this didn't work, that didn't work. It's just like, yeah, it's because that like even though I would set a rule set for myself that's different from the average player, whatever, it's still very much like I am starting with a starter ship. I have a little bit more struggle or a lot more struggle than the average player because of what I'm starting with and go. Also, funny thing, I named myself Scam Citizen, and we joined this big like Zerg org in that MMO that I played, and they just go, wow, they didn't know who I was, which was good, and they go, wow, somebody really doesn't like Star Citizen, because the other guy I was playing with, BB, he named himself Scam Roberts. And yeah, so they were like, whoa, if somebody really doesn't like Star Citizen, they all start talking. These guys don't even play the game, and they're like, I'm 900 in, I'm 500 in. It's like, the average player, like, they're probably not in at the starter price, so yeah, at least the one that's actively maybe thinking about playing it now. But yeah, so that was something that happened.
And then all of the posts I'm seeing about weird things being, I think
lost.
It is duplicated. We were talking about it just before the podcast. From what I've seen of people, it's always that like 1.3 million number. Yeah. So like a random item in their inventory,
just there are like
1.3 million now. Yeah. Which is obviously really like, the one that I had seen was 1.3 million cruise locks. That's fine. Like that's bad. Obviously, it's still a duplication, but like, who cares? That's not really gonna impact your game that much.
No.
But you said someone has 1.3 million script.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That's just, hey, we've multiplied your money, really.
Yeah, or like an even more valuable currency than money.
Yeah,
just that's crazy. Insane. So yeah, somebody in chat, Captain Waldorf, says my script duplicates every patch. What are we
Why
doing?
can't they duplicate the Polaris? Come on, guys. Jeez.
What are we doing? Yeah, it's just goofy. But the main thing for the patch was the ASD thing, and
yeah,
I mean, I guess we're safe to show this, right? The patch video.
Yeah, which I have not seen. So this is actually me watching it for the first
Yeah,
time.
I mean, you're not gonna hear it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it proper afterwards. I always forget these come out because they're not. I mean, they're very cool, but like, I don't know. It's just trailers for the content that we've already been playing in PTU for the last like 2 weeks. So
this one was tough for me though. Like none of this content was I'm really drawn to. Like I'm drawn to the big time. I'm drawn to the ASD like story stuff, but I think I'm not as drawn to it as I normally would be if it wasn't all like ducks in a row.
Also, sorry, was that refueling working that I just saw?
Yeah, bro, I paused when watching this on stream and was like, how are you even putting that in this video, dude? What?
Someone quick, go try. It's confirmed, it's fixed.
They're also showing like medical beacons and stuff like that.
Oh, I want to talk about that because I had actually seen a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
Because you were saying, like they kind of spoil stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone was like theorizing what it is, but it's like been in PTU for like 4 days. It's Sam. It's our friendly Sam guy down there that we get to kill 1 billion times.
Yeah, it's Sam that is invincible or can never die.
Just regenerating infinitely.
Yeah, infinitely regenerating. So yeah, that's like a storyline here, but a small one.
Yeah.
And they just kind of spoiled the whole spot, which is wild. Yeah, it was also named like mini boss or something like that. That's where people thought there was going to be a boss fight. But we could talk a little bit about that because I think that still has the possibility of coming. I don't pay attention to the leaks or anything like that, but
as far as I've seen, because sometimes I do. As far as I've seen, I don't think there has been many leaks about like anything past this.
But people keep talking about a boss, like a boss fight, and I don't know where it's coming from. So my assumption is from there, but
yeah, I believe it's just a data mining thing. Is that he is considered
a mini boss,
classified as a mini boss, which is likely just the case of every time you kill him, it triggers a thing to spawn another one. So if you do go down to fight Sam,
like the worm or whatever,
like maybe
around
specifically like
the worm around the pods that go up and down that you put the power into, it respawns like right away.
Not quite like that. I think it's deliberately supposed to be like this is a mechanical thing. Yeah, they shouldn't have shown this.
They just spoiled it. They just show the end.
They shouldn't have shown that.
Why do you go through the whole thing if I could just watch it in a video? This is so stupid.
Yeah, like what you do here is,
I mean, to be fair, I put it in my thumbnail when I played through it, so in the PTU.
For sure. But there is a big difference between content creators making content about like, hey guys, come look at the thing. It's right here. I'm gonna show it. Versus,
hey guys, come play the thing.
Story thing.
Yeah. So
what they should have just done is like, you just do like a snippet of the Vandal's face or something flying by or whatever, right? Like just a little taste to get your juices flowing.
You know why they did this? Because there's literally nothing in the patch enough to make a patch video, so they were forced to.
Honestly, yeah, fair. I mean, did the other .1 patches get videos?
Some of them?
Yeah. Because this might be a unique one. Once again, the story is like cool and it is very hype and whatnot. The Apollo has its own video, right? It has the behind the ships. So it doesn't really need a trailer video for that. And then, I mean, you've already done a trailer for the other ASD stuff. Maybe it just wasn't necessary.
I think there's more after this because there's a 4.32. And like this,
that's right. That was confirmed this week. Yeah,
it's like the most underwhelming thing because there's such build up to it, and then it just stops, and you're like, wait, that's it? Like, does he not wake up and start killing things? Does he like what? Like the expectations they set is like we still haven't seen Jorrit. The Vandal just sits there. So it's like this has to continue on to something, and the next thing they would consider a 4. 4 if it was getting away from this. I see people saying Halloween release. That is purely a coincidence.
I mean, that'll happen, but yeah.
Yeah, because this was never intended to be broken up into 3 patches. It is because they fucked up and they couldn't get it
I have
done.
a prediction. It's not a sitcom prediction, though we will probably do that next week. But
yeah.
Halloween prediction. You know how we had the Arena Commander, but we were all skeletons?
Yeah.
Arena Commander, but we're all Vandal. 100%.
100%?
100%.
0%.
Guaranteed.
0%.
Nah, I haven't seen anything.
0%. I don't know if they want the Vandal experience to be spoiled until Squadron 42. I think it already has been.
I don't think it matters if we're just the same people, but Vandal hold. Like, you know, I don't think it really counts if we're just doing Arena Commander.
I'm with Shimasu in Twitch chat. We will find a Vandal mask this year. It's going to be the same event where you're just looking in containers, hoping to find your 5th Vandal mask that looks exactly the same and nothing has changed. Last year, I didn't do it. That's the first Vandal mask I didn't get. I still have my baby, the original one from the actually having to kill players.
When it was actually a thing,
Yeah.
So to support what you were saying, though, of there's got to be more, I noticed today, and I don't remember if it was in PTE, but when I did the facility today, just before you come into the room with the Vandal, right at the edge, there's like 2 small elevators that look like they could fit pretty much only like a recombinant or something like that. Like they look like weird little cargo elevators.
Okay.
I
never saw these.
They have no use. They have no use, but it's something. It's clearly some sort of thing. It also feels when you like in the past we've seen unfinished content in Star Citizen and then be like, oh, okay, they've used it for this or whatever.
Sure.
It feels like that. It's very so that might be a thing.
Okay.
Not a spawn closet because it's actually like you can see into it. It looks like a freight elevator, just small. Supply elevators. Thank you, Roman. Yeah, they had. Like,
they even had a name. Okay,
it said supply elevators. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like on the texture on the thing.
Maybe crafting related or something. It's where you put the supplies in for a crafting recipe.
Yeah, or maybe because you might have noticed in that whole room beforehand, there's all the
green
big
things?
recombinant things on the side that are just there.
Yeah.
You can't interact with them or anything. Maybe you've actually got to put the recombinants there and you've got to do something with them, right?
Perhaps. And that's why you're making all of them. Like you're doing the experiments, you're making all of them, and then you use them outside of Wicklow. Because Wicklow is kind of not... It's cool. Like...
It's cool, but it's not story related.
It's not related to the story, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like here's a thing to do with your progress, right? Here is progression, basically, something at least.
I gotta say that's like my biggest gripe with this whole location is they're like trying to make a very linear quest line with story into a replayable thing, even though it's like not meant to be. Like you have to take the mission and do the story again that you already know just to.
Yeah,
it's a little bit weird. Instead of,
I think this is the
other
least
missions
weird one
take you
of
here
them
though.
to me.
So, yeah,
the irradiated Valakar is probably still the weirdest one to me because it's like, even though it is a like it's kind of a dynamic thing that you're doing because you don't actually take a mission to do it, right? That one feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. At least this one, because you've got all these choices.
Yeah.
There's like changes each time you're playing it and whatnot.
It's also like
this one feels more replayable.
I don't know. I'm just thinking back to like my old Ultima Online days and running certain dungeons over again. Like me and my buddy would run like 3 specific dungeons over and over and over again to hopefully get a drop and sell the loot, right?
Yeah.
And there is story related to those fights. You just don't pay attention to them. And like that's like what like the first time you did the Onyx or Lazarus facilities was you like kind of paid attention to the story. You click the lore stuff. But then now you just run through and it's like, let's get that worm up, let's get those Valakar pearls, and that's what you're doing it for. So I guess that's fine because it didn't bother me in other MMOs. So why is it bothering me here? Why do I expect more from CIG than I do from other games? I shouldn't.
I think that specifically, and it's becoming less of a thing, and it kind of goes to what I was saying at the start of today, is uh because there's not a lot to grind. There's only like
Yeah.
if you have one mission like that and
Yeah.
only one mission like that, if you go and do Sea
You
of
expect
Thieves,
it to be
like all of
special.
the things. Yeah, exactly. If you go and do Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves, there is so much it's obviously been out for a very long time now, but there's so much content that you can grind that you never really, well, like you will a little bit, but you'll never really feel like you're uh uh getting, like, if you get bored, you'll change just who you're working for. You'll change the type of mission you're going for and then just grind that.
Mm.
It's starting to happen now. We've got Hathor, we've got ASD, we've got the Valakar.
Yep.
That's it for like what they've done for that so far.
Yeah.
And so it's like now you can spread it a little bit more. You can do a different thing each day, and you're not going to feel as exhausted, I guess.
Yeah.
I did also want to point out though. So I said there's a supporting reason there for there still being more to this.
Mm-hmm.
If someone in chat can find me, there was apparently confirmation from CRG that this is the end of the arc, the regen arc.
I think they said
could
this
still
will end
lie,
it, but we don't know that dot one is the end. But this is where it will end, and they go back to Pyro. I think. Like
that it's still
the fight for Pyro comes back. This was the B story. We're going back to the A. I do remember hearing that. I can't remember where though. Just like you.
Yeah. So if anyone finds that, let me know. Because if that obviously holds some validity to maybe it is the end and they won't do anything else. But they could still put something in there, right? They could still put a small little thing in there.
Yeah. And this will always be weird too, because the regen crisis will be over when this is over, but the content will still be there. That is how you fight. It's like, how are they going to keep this evergreen, I guess, would be the best thing. Like Lazarus won't feel evergreen with some of the story stuff there. This stuff won't feel evergreen with some of the story stuff there once the regen crisis is over, right? It made sense for now.
I think it still does, actually. I think it can be evergreen. There's no, when you go to the Lazarus facilities, there is nothing in there that says necessarily the regen crisis is happening right now. It's all past recordings of
fair,
even though it's happening right now, of Jarrett talking about doing stuff during the regen crisis.
Yeah.
And pretty similar right now in the ASD facilities, with one exception, which is when you get into that last room, Jarrett is supposed to be talking to you in real time. He's supposed to be saying, you've found my lab, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that would be the only thing that I'd be like, maybe that doesn't work backwards compatible, but you probably don't care because even when you're going for Jarrett in that one, I don't even think he mentions the regen crisis. He's doing a whole lot of other crazy, probably war crime things that would be completely reasonable for you to go for him for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's probably fine.
Yeah. Outside of that, do you know what else I've been doing? I'm starting to get the ship PvP itch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
It's just starting, so not going at all.
Okay.
But I'm getting the ships together, getting my sticks all, I'm actually using the sticks and layouts and changing the way I use them and trying to get used to them. I can't land. Worse at landing than I've ever been. But outside of that, it's something that I'm excited to start diving into. Because if I'm not excited by the content, I want to be excited by something playing the game. So hopefully getting better at it will be that for me. Because I don't have that thing that we had last year where it was I am going to be the best as I can be at Gravliv racing. I'm going to get better at FPS. Nobody's playing Arena Commander. Gravlev racing doesn't show up often enough, and it's kind of scuffed compared to when you and I were racing against each other. And yeah, so I have nothing else to strive for in the game, so I'll try that. So I got myself a Hawk, which is the OP ship right now, and we'll see what I can pull off and if I can learn anything. You want to talk Apollo next?
I mean, what is there to say that we didn't already say last week? It's a
nothing.
ship.
except that there was a video about it, and I think again, people were still holding on and expecting it to be something other than what it was.
Yeah.
And I want
so
to
we had
just
the behind the ships was this week, right?
correct. And I just want to take like a tiny second and just remind all of us that like this is not a CIG issue necessarily, even though they kind of plant the seed. This is an us issue that we need to start dealing with as a community. When a ship comes out, it doesn't need to be what this guy said. He called it like a Lamborghini. And it's like, all right, brother, like chill the fuck out.
Not.
Yeah, like chill the fuck out. You're out of your mind.
If there is any ship I associate with a Lamborghini, it's not a literal ambulance.
Yeah. It was just very weird. It doesn't give Lamborghini anywhere for me. Maybe
no.
I don't know.
If straight up, if you were talking about the Hawk, like the L-70, the Wolf,
the Wolf,
the L-71, maybe. Right, that's got more sports car kind of vibes.
Yeah, this doesn't give any sports car anywhere. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe the glass ceiling or something. I have no idea. He's an artist though, so maybe he sees something I don't. But so that was like weird. But then outside of that, they just kind of generally explain that it is what it is. It is a medical ship with medical beds, and medical beds do this now. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we are expecting from this company, but if everything that comes out has to be the best thing ever, that's on us if we're upset. Like, it doesn't need to be. It just needs to serve a purpose. Do we need medical beds in the game? Arguably, yes. Could they be a little different? Arguably, yes. But I think people wanted this thing because it is the premier medical ship outside of the crazy big one that's never going to happen.
I will say
they wanted it to be something special, and it doesn't need to be.
It's also one of those like concepts that's been out for a while that like kind of always was just, like trying to be something special.
Yeah.
So at least like that, like it definitely lived up to like, this is the ambulance ship. If you want to do the ambulance ship, this is the ship to do it. It's going to do it the best. You were right? But,
yeah. I just like for the remainder of like this game's development, like the next thing that they do doesn't have to be the greatest thing ever. It just doesn't. It just has to make sense. And it just has to start becoming cohesive with the rest of the game. So the entire game doesn't necessarily have to be the best game ever either. Just good, fun, better than what it was. Like, what the hell, guys?
Bad news for you, Mike. The next ship will be coming out for the CitizenCon patch, and there's no way that's not going to be the best thing ever.
True. I mean, what CitizenCon ships came out last year? Starlancer ended up being trash.
Oh, no, it was pretty cool.
I love it. I love the way it looks, but like interacting with cargo is awful.
And then I think the Zeus's released, right?
Yeah.
Because they were concept the previous year. I think the Zeus's released as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair. That's fair.
So weird.
Reasonable.
Yeah. I think the only concern you can have of this thing is because I see somebody saying like, I'm disappointed it got so big. Maybe it won't be able to fit through all the jump point sizes now, which is obviously not a good thing.
Yeah, I think that they've probably winded back with maybe the exception of the because I think they talked about sizes with the random popping up ones that they talked about like 2 years ago. But I think regular, like I think you're just gonna be able to jump to every planet through every system through the actual jump system now.
Yeah, because everyone will be big, but the transient ones won't be, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's all I wanted to like sound off on is like not everything, as we go, not everything has to be the greatest thing ever. We need to do our best to help them make a cohesive game that ends up being very good. Not everything, because if we don't, if that's the mentality that we have, they're always going to power creep. They're always going to make the game worse by always trying to make the next thing better instead of make it make sense. So, yeah, that's a big thing that I think we need to get better with as a community because it's gotten so bad. And for me, the Apollo was like the icing on the cake for how bad it's been. But yeah.
So one thing I didn't really get to experience as well from 4.3.1 because I was at the ASD facilities is the medical changes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have, Mike, but if anyone's calling in today and they've done content that was not like ASD or not like,
I hear beacons are
not
broken.
respawn irrelevant, I want to know how it feels. I want to know how has this impacted you. Is it super brutal? That sort of stuff.
Yeah. The price is high. Like, I don't know. I have not joined any org fleets yet in .1.
Yeah.
Because I typically play with them on like Wednesdays. Emmy's had off of work a lot since the weekend and stuff. So I wonder if like 50K per respawn is worth, paying for, or do you just say deal with it yourself? Hey, we're doing Hathor, set your spawn at Seraphim.
Yeah.
We're not bringing in a medical ship.
Yeah, it's like obviously the biggest impact to like regular grindy gameplay in a while. It's not relevant in a lot of locations at the moment. So it's hard to gauge how it actually feels so far. It's probably going to take another couple of weeks before we really feel it. Like when I have to go and do, like I will probably go and do Hathor again sometime this week.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to want to set spawn on a ship rather than at Seraphim. So like, yeah, I want to see like, is this going to be super brutal? Me setting up all of this med every single time that I have to do this, or am I going to be okay with it?
Yeah, like I know, like Chad keeps bringing up claiming your ship. You don't pay for anything, which is still ridiculous. But if you're running Hathor and you blow up a gem thing in the cave, you kill everybody in the cave. So
yes.
How many people could that be in situations like for you and me, where I might have 10 people there, you might have 10 people there. Like, that's a lot of med gel to have to resupply after people die. So,
yeah,
I don't know on that one. We'll see how that plays out. I think it's one of those things you got to let play out for a few weeks and see what people end up saying about it. What's the next thing you want to dive into? Anything in particular? I got
was there anything else?
Dive?
It was kind of a comms dive. Let's go
comms dive post. There was a lot of things we already knew. Not a lot of new information here. Some stuff. This was kind of one of the weirdest questions and answers. Will the VoIP system support environmental audio effects and vertical separation to improve realism? Like for me, this whole thing was like, am I going to be able to tell if somebody is above or below me? And then they just go into all these ridiculous, like classic Star Citizen garbage of rooms are going to reflect the things and it's going to get muffled if the door is closed. And I'm just like, bro, I just want to hear if footsteps are above me. What are we doing? So I know they're like talking specifically about VoIP.
I mean, the answer there essentially is yes.
Yeah.
It's just in a longer way.
But also like, keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. Why?
Oh, for sure.
Everybody at this company like is just gonna try and do something ridiculous with their department every time, and we're never gonna end up with anything because of it. I don't. It's driving me insane. I'm gonna go crazy.
Because like a lot of the audio propagation stuff does already work. The thing that doesn't work is VoIP. So
yeah,
it's like you do tend to get the sense that like if someone's shooting above or below you, or there's even NPCs talking like above and below you and whatnot, it tends to work. It tends to propagate correctly most of the time. It's just VoIP doesn't work.
Yeah, it's weird. The next one is probably the most obvious, but also just like them putting it in writing like solidifies it, makes me happy. What's the plan for operational cost of vehicles? Because they keep talking about how, well, there won't be solo Idrises because it's going to cost a lot to run. So they're talking refuel, rearm, repair are all going to be really costly. Great. Cool. That makes it so running these ships, you're going to need people, you're going to need to give resources, so on and so forth. This also, to me, and I'm obviously speculating, but I think with some logic and facts here, is they continuously have tried to get rid of the claiming system or make it more damaging in order for any of this stuff to make sense. the claim system has to change in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, we'll see how that happens. And they recognize that it's like, in many cases, this is because certain systems are awaiting additional work, like insurance. Like, we get it. We know that none of this above makes sense because this exists. So just excited to see what they do with this, because if it's another situation of, if you bought things, then none of this stuff matters, then we just won't have a game or anything like that. Polaris PDCs, they had this. If you've ever gone red by accident and your characters, your friends in your party will randomly go red for no reason, or the reason is unknown to you, even though that might have been a valid one, why does the players often fire upon them? They have improvements coming, enough for them to say soon. So that kind of maybe is a meaningful thing. Bunker missions.
Well, no, it's
and
always, we
markers.
hope to release a fix soon. We got no idea if it's coming soon or not.
Yeah,
but we hope.
Any you could look at that in two different ways. I love that you're the one with the negative attitude on it, and mine is that means it's coming.
I just like, in any situation in the world, I just love lawyer speak, where it's like, can't really say stuff because then people will bite us. So it's like, we're hoping, we aim, you know, that sort of stuff.
But to me, this is, they actually worked on improvements. So it's like, it's something that they worked on, not something that they had a meeting about. We're like a lot like this. You had a meeting about this. You didn't do shit for this. This you actually worked on. So like that,
someone's working on it right now.
Exactly, like the difference between the two. I don't know anything about this, like the markers, but the ASD locations where they show up when you get close, that's more what they want to do. Ship modules, nothing really there. Like, you have modules.
Sorry, just quickly though, interestingly, with the bunker missions, like not revealing all objective markers and whatnot, there is a big community sort of split. The amount of times where I see people say that the missions are bugged at the ASD facilities for not showing you where the objectives are. Yeah, no, they're like,
it's
they're not
you're used
supposed
to the hand holding.
Yeah,
you're used to the hand holding you've had. But it doesn't really, it's not really pushing you towards those areas either, so you don't know what you're looking for.
But you just did 6 missions to explore those locations. So
hopefully you know. But those missions do the same thing. You got to get close for a lot of those icons to show up. UI, they've shown this picture 600 times. I look forward to the moment they show something other than this picture, which means you're actually doing the work.
Funny. Yeah, because when they showed it, they were like, guys, like they were so very much like, guys, it's not being worked on. This is a nothing picture. But then because the reaction to it was
every
so
week
positive,
they show the picture.
They're like, hey, look, guys, it's that thing you like.
Hey, remember
Here it
this?
is.
Hey, Croncy, you haven't talked about this in the last 5 minutes. It's like, no, guys, stop. Actually do the work, because we need it. Please. Thank you. What do you think about this one? I'm still very confused a little bit by this. And I think this is I had a bit of this conversation today with a viewer of what Star Citizen was and what Star Citizen is going to be, or what it's trying to be. Personalized hangars made sense for the old game before base building was a thing. Now, it's a little bit weird to have a personal hangar at, I don't know, an Evers Harbor, perhaps, right? Which we don't currently have the ability to do, but we might in the future. At the city, maybe a little bit, but it's like, the way they describe them is like, you're going to be able to outfit them with all sorts of things and what you want in them. So like, my base. So is it a cheaper base? Is it you know, like, so, what will it lack from base building? What will it add above it? It's a weird one, because it sounds like base building, but it's not.
So that's a good point. It sounds like base building, but it's not, because this will kind of be a base for you anyway. So first off, they did actually talk about this when they introduced the instance hangers and the freight elevators and all that. They did mention, you know,
this is old info.
All of those random corners and whatnot that are just nothing, and they're just like set dressing. Eventually, they want to turn those into like actual personalized things that you can do.
They said
Um,
additional freight elevators, empty rooms if
yeah.
you want to decorate those, medical facilities, you
Yep.
can respawn there, all sorts of things.
Um, I can 100% see the world where, presumably, like we might get base building before then, but presumably we're not going to really care about our bases that much until we get the full 5 systems, right? And then we're doing all the PvP and all that. Basically, the vision that they had for presumably 1.0, if the 5 systems are the 1.0,
Mm-hmm.
that they showed off last year.
Yep.
So I might have a base on, uh, I don't even know if Castra has moons, but a moon on Castra. That I've actually built up, and I'm using that for my crafting. I'm using that for my resource gathering, whatever. But I'm not going to be selling in Castra. I'm going to be selling probably in Stanton or Terra, right? Those
Okay.
are
Okay.
likely going to be the 2 main things.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be spending a lot of time at those locations. So it makes sense to have like a big personalized thing there, as well as there's obviously still going to be a lot of content to do at those locations. So maybe in that case, I will still want extra freight elevators, a med spot, a like one that I would love is like a specific armory module where I can actually slot all the, all the
Fair
guns
enough.
into all the spots
How
and
about
whatnot.
you made
So
me think of something I haven't thought about, orgs wanting a
yeah,
hangar that they personalize
yeah,
for their
exactly.
use. Okay, fair enough.
hmm
Fair
So
enough.
it 100% makes sense for me for it to exist for me. I do not want that prioritized over base building because
Yeah, yeah.
there is obviously still
Guess
crossover,
what? There's
and base
hangars
building I think is more important.
at bases too. So
Yeah,
get out of here.
exactly.
Improving ship lights. It's all these letters to say yes. The current status for implementing ship armor is what we already know. It'll be a thing that's temporary, but it will come with engineering until the Maelstrom system, and it will just protect your components until it runs out. When it runs out, the penetrating ammo will penetrate your hull and destroy or damage those components. ASOP terminal, this is a big one. They're going to put a search thing again, saying coming soon, which means actually working
That
on
says
it.
coming soon, not
Yeah.
we hope to come soon.
Yeah.
So
kind of big there. And then in-game chat moderation. I don't believe them on this, that they want to add and improve in-game chat moderation, filtering, all sorts of things like that. They would have mentioned that in a monthly report of some kind if that work was actively being worked on. It's not.
Yeah.
So this is
I
one of
think-
those, well, yeah, we're working on it. And it's like, I don't know if you're actually working on it.
Yeah, I think
Maybe next
this
monthly
was
report it'll say it.
likely-
We'll see.
Maybe. I think this was a big part of probably what they mentioned last year with all the changes to the social system and the Moby-Glass that was coming. And then because they then stopped talking about that pretty much all this year, I think that was part of that feature content that got pushed aside for the year of stability,
So
right?
it being mentioned
this
is
weird. Likely
weird.
part of that.
That's what I believe too.
It's just mentioned because it's a big like thing. People really want it, right? Like this is a big priority for people playing in the game today. Over like some other features.
Yeah, like dude, I mean, stupidly, he shouldn't have had it up, I don't think. But I was watching, Virgil posted a video of using the Hawk today or yesterday, and I watched it today on stream, and like he left the in-game chat open, and there was just like racism, somebody complaining about people being racist, that guy saying that wasn't racist, and they just went back and forth through the entire video.
Yeah,
and it's just like, it's as simple as left click, right click, report.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So
it's important. It's an MMO.
Yeah.
Like in real life, you want to be able to be social. You also want to be able to not have to talk to someone if you don't want to.
If you don't want to, yeah. You don't have the option to walk away.
So it's important.
Oh, last thing.
Cool.
One last thing before we go.
Mhm.
Race for Stanton is officially done.
That's where I was going to go. And I am very disappointed in the Star Citizen community for choosing the objectively incorrect choice of anything other than Microtech. How could you guys?
I knew Hurston would win because it had the best shops, so it had no chance.
So I loved this event as an idea. I love the prize, like the kind of actually impacting prize of them renaming the jump point station. It's very cool. There's one problem I have with the event, which is because because you gave everyone who did the winning thing an item, and then
boosted the
showed
person in the
where
lead.
and you then showed where everyone was at. It just meant everyone would do the one that they wanted to do, and then everyone would just do whoever was winning. So
I did them all, obviously, but my order was going to be Orison or Crusader, Microtech, then Hurston, then ArcCorp. But I ended up doing Crusader, Hurston, then Microtech, then ArcCorp. So that was definitely a factor. If you didn't do all four, you were probably doing the one you wanted and Hurston.
Yep.
So
exactly. So like, it meant that if you were like me and you really wanted someone else to win,
Microtech was close.
You were kind of no, they were not close. That is such a massive difference.
No, what I'm saying is if that didn't happen the way it did, I think it would have been a lot closer.
There would have been more of a fight.
Yeah.
It would have been more of a fight for sure. And like, that's the thing, right? So it's like, me as someone who wants Microtech to win, if I don't know the numbers, I'm more incentivized to try to grind for it more, I think, and try to help them further. But yeah, I think overall it was a great event when it worked, obviously, which it didn't in the first patch. And I think overall it's very cool. So I hope they do more of these. I hope they learn from that.
They learn a little bit.
You're kind of manipulating. You're making the community manipulate itself, basically.
Yeah.
Because of the way that you did it, which is kind of fine. It's just, it's a little problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you not like? Because then you can't win if you're CIG in this case. Because if they don't tell you that the winner gets something extra, then the people
you could say that the winner gets something extra, but then because you're also showing who is currently winning, people are now incentivized to just do whoever's currently winning.
So you're more saying just don't show who's winning.
Maybe, because then just
Tally
like you
said,
CIG are also losing. There will be complaints about people being like, "Oh, well, I don't know who's gonna win," and so now I just, like, I don't know.
Well, and then people will be like, "I don't believe you. You just don't like ArcCorp CIG, so therefore, it's they cannot win, dude. They can't win."
Yeah, there's got to be some way to do it. I hope. I mean, this exact thing won't happen again. It'll be a different type of event. So yeah.
That's it for me though. That's all I got. It was a pretty slow week.
Yeah, I mean, I was ready to go to calls like 20 minutes ago. For me, there truly was nothing except for the release of the patch. And even within that, it was just all ASD. I do not like nothing else really that happened this week.
Yeah.
In the world of Star Citizen, felt like much of anything.
Before we get to callers, before it gets too late and you guys all leave, like towards the end of YouTube videos, as most people do, next week we're thinking about, but I'm pretty sure we're going to stick to it, is the sitcon, not preview show, prediction show. Yeah, I knew it began with a P. Prediction show of what we think is going to be there. So like, like I actually have to like sit down and maybe write some things down because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Plus we're not going to get, at least I presume, we're not going to get a schedule like we would for a real CitizenCon, obviously.
Correct.
Right?
Like, I don't think we got one the year they did the direct last time. I don't think we got a schedule.
The last we did, but that was a longer one. That was like 4 hours.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe.
So we may not get that, but either way, we've got some stuff. We'll be able to figure out some stuff that we think.
For sure.
Plus they have directly said they're not showing Squadron 42. So
we know something that's not going to be there.
Yeah.
So now we can guess all the
takes 2 hours of my prediction.
We can just take a hit of copium and just go, oh, they're going to show the thing I really want. Yeah. That's what everyone's going to do. And it's like, no, they're not. No, they're not, buddy.
So that also means all of you get your predictions ready for next week. When we do the show.
Exactly what I was saying now. All right. Let's go to callers. Our first caller's been waiting since before I got here. SharxByte.
And while they're waiting, I'm going to keep them waiting for a second. If you want to call in to the Answer the Call, Talkin' Show Star Citizen thing, make sure to go to the link in the description if you're following on YouTube. If you're in Mike's chat on Twitch, and go !podcast, follow the link, and then head into the green room. We have some room for some extra calls today. So, hop on in. Hello, Sharkbite. How we doing?
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
So,
talk to us.
As far as the patch, I mean, I didn't think that it was ready to go live, but at the same time, like it never is, and we're always going to have bugs. I was not at all shocked to see the massive one where people were losing their inventories, but also not happy about it. I didn't get any particular inventory bugs, I don't think. Maybe some of the exchanged script that I had exchanged just before the patch released, like got unexchanged.
Okay.
But
I will say, yeah, in like a similar vein, I don't think I lost anything. I definitely didn't lose anything like important that I was worried about. But I will say, because our inventories are so insanely chock full now, it's kind of hard to tell if you have lost anything.
Yeah.
I had so many
I
CZ
think
components still, so I didn't lose those.
Yeah.
I lost a bunch of components, but I didn't
Mhm.
lose any ships this time around. I did last like 3 patches. But just before the patch, I had tried to exchange for an ICD, and I lost everything in that exchange. So it's kind of nice that I got some of the script back, but I didn't get the fangs or the pearls back, and that was like 30-something million, I think, that I lost.
Yeah, I think it's until CRG fixes it. If the community thinks a patch is coming out within like 48 hours, just don't expect anything you get within then to save, because it's just too risky. We did.
I didn't lose it from the patch. It was a bug before the patch went live that it ate the elevator ate it.
Oh, okay. So it was not LTP.
I didn't understand that.
No.
Regular old Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Classic.
And so when I was doing it, I bought extras of some of the stuff. So I have the 5 comp board and I have the NN13s, but I still have to earn back the other stuff. Hopefully it'll work this patch. I wanted to do it before so I could test the LTP from Wicklow, but anyway. The weird thing is that in the patch notes, it said that when you get downed in the Onyx facility and then it revives you inside the Onyx med room, that's a bug. Cool, I guess. They're apparently going to fix that, but at least they're going to let us respawn in the hangars in our ships, so we don't have to like take a bunch of geos.
So if you bring if you bring like an Apollo down to the facility, they're going to let you respawn the Apollo.
Yeah, because what we had been doing was like bringing a bunch of Atlas Geos in, like my TAC or whatever, and then jumping down after you call the hangar, and it was super convoluted. So you could get into the hangar and not die, and then you just respawn above it again, and then let's see.
I don't know. I think they should leave, at least for now, the game in the state that it is. I think they should just leave that bug in. Honestly, like respawning at the ASD facilities right now is kind of important.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
If you insta die, it doesn't, but if you get downed, then after like 30 seconds, it pulls you in and revives you again. So that was kind of nice. Just don't like jump down into the pit or don't jump into the breach of the collider or whatever. That will kill you instantly. I had a guy, one of my friends, when we were in PTU, got shoved in by the rocks regrew from the mining laser thing that you're supposed to break. It shoved him into the breach and he died. And so that it was fun to watch. And then we also had a bug, and we haven't been back in since it went live now. But there was like, it felt like an EMP burst or something, but everyone, no matter where we were standing, just died instantly. Not just incapacitated, but died.
Yeah, dead.
And so that was when we gave up that evening.
Where did that happen?
We were still trying to shove the canisters into the breach and doing the mining thing and doing all that.
Can you overload those icicles?
No.
I don't think so. No, you can just full.
Because that was going to be my prediction: is someone just blew you guys up without.
No. It was after we had mined that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see. As far as playing now, it's a lot like going back to before you could respawn everywhere, which when you think about it that way, it bugs me less. I just have to make sure that I plan ahead and try not to die. And so far, I've done okay.
Yep.
Of course, I forgot my helmet earlier this morning, and then my ship died, and then I got out of it and suffocated. But even though I put my helmet back on, you continue to suffocate. That's a bug.
Oh, that happened to me. I literally alt F4 and quit for the day.
Yeah, that I was kind of pissed. And then all of the missions that I've done, which were escort and bounty so far, half of them have been bugged, where either it doesn't update or the last one that I tried was an escort mission. So I got him to the hangar, into the hangar, and then he was supposed to fly out. He was just sitting in there with the hangar open. So, yep.
Year of
I'm going to continue being on and off, but I'm just trying to figure out something to do. One of my things that I was considering doing was going on and salvaging, but then right now RMC's price is cut. So
no, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not? Okay. No. I heard they were maybe hot fixing it, but
they did. I believe it was hot fixed. So even if
I was considering buying everyone's
if it hasn't been hotfixed yet, they are going to do it.
They confirmed extremely quickly that
whoops.
I'm just gonna
because
buy
every single post was
and then
they
sell
nerfed salvage again. Why do they hate salvage?
Yeah.
No, just the vulture. Why do they hate the vulture? At least it has
because I hate the vulture. Get it out of here.
I love the vulture.
You hate the vulture? All right, guys. You know, this will unfortunately be the last episode.
It was a great podcast when it landed, man.
Yeah. We're going to have to send you out of here because that is the best ship in the game.
Anyway, I'll let you guys get on to other people, but enjoying the podcast. I actually slept through the last 2 weeks because I forgot it was Sunday, and then so I'm back on.
I thought it's because we were so boring. Okay.
No, I actually had stuff to say the last couple weeks.
I was like, eh.
But I have a couple threads if people want to check them out in Spectrum. One of them, for people who play PTU, is basically I think that they should give us some sort of a shop where we can buy the items for like Wicklow exchanges and whatever just in PTU, so that we can actually test the exchanges without having to grind for hours to lose stuff.
That's also that is a common thing in like other test patches too.
Exactly.
Like games, like other games that do test patches, is they will be like, all right, hey, look, here is something that needs a lot of testing, but like we don't want you to spend 12 hours grinding for it.
Yeah,
just make sure it works.
What you'd have to do to even get to the worms, for example, to be able to kill several Apex Valicars, to be able to trade in that stuff, let alone the Polaris stuff.
But then guess what?
That's the reason why we have so many bugs.
Guess what? They wouldn't know that the Apex Valicard doesn't work and that you can't get the pearls. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
We did tell them that, and they still didn't fix it. So who cares?
Yeah.
I'm
Make
with
it
you,
so
Sharks.
that you do the loop once, and then after that you unlock that in your box. But,
sure.
Yeah. There's
something
ways
like
to do
that
it for sure.
Yeah. All right, Sharks.
Anyway, yep. I'll let you guys go. You have a good one.
Yeah, man. Be good.
Yeah. Cheers, Sharks. Have a good
Bye
one.
now. All right. Our next caller is RingoShonen. Ringo, can you hear us?
Hey, no, Ringo.
I can.
Howdy.
Much better mic, same terrible voice. Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up? You do sound much better.
Yeah, it's because I'm not at work.
Yeah.
Fair.
So, what do you want to talk
Sunday
about?
Off this year. All right, yeah. ASD facility was nice. Bit anticlimactic at the end, but at the same time, I was covered in injuries, so I was kind of happy there wasn't anything to fight.
Was it your first time doing it? Did you manage to avoid all the spoilers? Besides the patch trailer?
Stuck. I got stuck at the thing we have to shove the giant fuel thing and the, I guess, railgun cannon by the breach. I had to look up a guide for that one, then I stopped.
By the way, not obvious.
Do not go inside the breach.
Do not go inside the breach. I tried to run through it one time and I timed it horribly.
As long as it's open, you're okay. The second it closes, your character just gives up.
Yep. Same happened to me.
because you're being like direct fed radiation directly into your brain.
Yep.
Well, I figured I had at least until the next pulse. So then I get to the next area and get all my injuries from those guys with the P4s that apparently are actually P8s.
They are so accurate. It's ridiculous, those guys. They're in giant
I actually picked up
outfits.
their armor thinking, like, oh, well, it must be so heavy. It just stabilizes your aim. No, they're just gods.
Yeah. They're super accurate. And they
then
just
you hide in one
out
of those little radiation covers. And because there's those little slits above your head, and because they have perfect aim, they shoot you between the thin cracks.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was thinking you had to go to the arm first and then do the numbers. So I got stuck there for a while. I had to deal with like 3 waves of them respawning until it's like, oh, do the numbers first. The whole zero space thing, like I keep going backwards. I'm like, okay, I'm at 1, so I go left, flip 180 degrees to land on that.
Yep.
I try and go left again, but that takes me back to 1, so I have to go right, which my brain tells me is going backwards, but that's forwards.
I did that so many times. So when I was trying to solo it, I did that so many times. So I eventually was like, whatever you think you're supposed to do the opposite, and it worked.
I mean, guys, just look at the number on the platform. That's all you have to do.
But you can't see the number until you get to the end of the platform that you're on sometimes.
No,
so
you can. They're on this. You can see all of them. It's so easy, guys.
I could
not to go against me and Mike. The lights turn green too. So if you look up and you see green light,
you've done already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say,
but when you try to do it solo, it's chaos. It was chaos.
Yeah. But I do love that you had that experience because that sounds like, dare I say, a puzzle.
Oh yeah. I stumbled around the research facility after taking a quick stop at the lobby to heal all my injuries.
Yes.
Sam is scary. He's using a pistol.
Terrifying.
That thing instantly gives me tier 2 injuries. One shot, I'm at 48
Really?
health.
Okay. I haven't seen Sam yet on live.
He's cracked out on that pistol.
Plus, it's like, if you're not paying super attention, because he just keeps respawning, you'll like run around, maybe you'll be looting a box, and then you just hear like, leave me alone! Bang, 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 bang into your head. So, yeah.
I was standing there killing him for a while, thinking like, okay, well, eventually he'll stop, right? And it's like, no, you just go over to the computer and you just ignore him.
Oh, no. I want to, you know how CRG sometimes like give us stats about like a certain patch? I really want to know how many times Sam has died at the end of this patch.
Oh my god, that'll be a great stat. Yeah.
I'll be a giant contributor because I was there for 20 minutes thinking like, is the game bugged? It's like you listen for the sound, the light turns green. I like started getting good at spawn killing him. I almost felt bad for the guy, but my tier 2 leg injury made me feel not as bad.
Felt bad for him until he started hitting me. What the hell? God,
I don't know how anyone's supposed to know how to get to the science wing without looking at a guide. Like, you go up the elevator and then you turn left when you're used to it just being a blank wall. There's no giant neon signs.
To be fair, like I think people like the whole point of doing all the ASD facility stuff, including the like ones before,
is to explore.
Is exploration.
Yeah.
Right. And so the first time in PTU that we went into it, it was before the science wing was actually open. Like it was before the elevator was working, but the like entrance was there. We found it immediately, without guides or anything like that. Just because we're used to, hey, we need to look around. We need to look for some new things and whatnot, right? So I think
on live though, that door is still sealed. You can't even go down there to see the Site B elevator. That wasn't there until like one of the PTBs.
But that's what I'm saying. In the PTU, like before the elevator itself worked, we were just able to find it straight away. Because you're used to exploring, is what I'm saying. So it's like you should like. Yes, maybe for people who played a lot of the regular ASD facilities last patch and are used to just turning right when they come out there, maybe they won't find it. For a new player, I think it's fine. And I think that's what it should be designed for because it's one main piece of content.
But yeah, once
like,
you get to the science lab,
not that much of an issue is essentially what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, once you get to the science lab, it's pretty fun until you get to the weird test tube room, which is the biggest BS ever.
Well,
as far as I can tell, I cannot
from
get
it
the guys.
than it is.
Well, no, that door that has the last wave of enemies right before you get to the big secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot get them to go through that door unless you walk up to the door.
Yeah, you trigger
And
them.
your first time, you walk up to the door, it opens, and you get shotgunned by 5 guys at once.
Right.
So now I run up to the door and then run away and hide behind cover and then shoot them all.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly what you did. And I'm like, they didn't even come out, and then they came out, and I was like panicking. Oh my god, they're gonna start blasting me, but they were too dumb, so I killed them all before.
Yeah, they were a little bit more attentive when I was playing.
Yeah, they weren't reactive to me that time. Thank goodness. They spawned though.
Stuff outside. I went and checked all the bunker missions again because they've been broken for a while.
Yep.
The one wave bunker, the basic one for 44k, just show up, kill 5 guys outside with your ship. They did fix the overspawning of allies, so you actually have to do it now. You don't just hover over the building for 3 seconds and collect 50 grand.
Yep.
The multi-wave one on ally control is still not working consistently. You beat wave 1, the countdown goes, it says wave 2, but it never spawns anyone.
How are we still dealing with this stuff is beyond me. Like
I asked some people in the chat.
stuff?
Some people said it was working for them. I tried it 3 times, constantly losing reputation every time I had to abandon it. But I never got wave 2 to spawn. Destroy the drugs, that works fine. The drugs spawn.
That's interesting because I feel like that one's been like
that one that has been bugged
historically
for like its entire history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I haven't gotten my reputation up to do the one where you have to like collect the 4 things by collecting the passcodes from dead personnel. I'll try and make sure that works.
Yeah, I don't bother with those things. I never even knew it did.
And that was the original infinite respawn mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the. I think you do remember it, Mike, because it's the one where you're like, there was the levels of it. It's like the first one, I think you would just get the code, and then the ones above it, you had to actually find the code on the people, right? If it's the one that I'm thinking of.
For what?
Yeah,
like,
you're talking about the one where you go into the computer room, like the hacking room, and you've got to...
No, the side one.
No, not that one?
It's the one where it's normally on the second floor on the right, although it can be on the first floor because there's 2 layouts.
Depending on the,
You it's where you have the big crates, and then you have to make a leg left turn, and there's an enemy elevator, and there's kind of a 2-floor thing with a short staircase, and there's that little component where you can withdraw the boxes.
Oh, you're talking about the consignment stuff.
Yeah, the consignment.
Yeah, it's like you go find a body, you pull up the data pad, you look at it in your hand, tells you the code, you put it in on the computer, then gives you a box, you got to drop the box.
Boxes out.
Yeah,
but not others. But you can keep the others if you want. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page.
I'm trying to get my rep up again for that one.
Gotcha. We're on the same page for that. It's the security post Korea mission copy pasted into a bunker, basically.
Yeah,
pretty much
into a mission. I miss security post Korea. I wish that man, that had talk about potential. Not only does Star Citizen have a ton of potential, but like some of the little tiny bits of content has so much, and they just don't build on it. It's crazy. SPK, CZs, Hathor.
I was planning on trying out the CZs today. Haven't actually bothered Pyro, but
that's a good
you know how there's the website that does the countdown timer, so you know when the exec hangar opens. One of the guys made a note on his website saying, "Hey, the exec hangars still don't work. Here's the issue council report. Please contribute to it." So yeah, I don't know if they work. Unfortunately, I haven't tried to check, but
I don't really care about the components of the ships. I just wanted the tweaker mods.
Oh well, then contested zones are fine. The actual loop at the end is not. Contested zones are actually spawning NPCs, by the way, like at Ruin and stuff.
Some of the NPCs in the ASD have some glitched out loadouts. I encountered someone who had like a size 3 scope on their P8SC, the SMG.
Oh, this has happened before.
Okay. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Did you try to take that off and then attach it to a weapon? Because I believe the last time that this happened, those attachments, you were able to like they continued to break. Like you were able to fit them on things that they shouldn't.
No, it fixed itself because it was on an ugly color. So I took it off and I was thinking like maybe I could put it on mine because I was thinking the same thing you were. I'm like, shit, I should have just left it on. Sniping with an SMG.
I think that's No, it's not fine. I was gonna say it's okay because like it's just an NPC using it. But then like if you're the person coming into it and then you're like, oh cool, they've got this on their P8. I'll put it on my P8. Oh wait, why isn't this working? This is stupid.
Yeah, like almost like a modded one, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first like storied kind of dungeon where it's pretty linear. It's not distribution centers. It's definitely not Ghost Hollow or whatever the one where it prints drugs.
And they did a fantastic job at that, in my opinion. At that aspect of it. Like, for a quest with the story to it, they did a pretty damn good job in comparison to anything that they've done before, at least. I still think the story is difficult and lacking because they've broken it up too much. But as far as anything they've done in the past, this is the best they've done.
Can I get real pedantic about one thing that's in that is part of that?
Sure.
Which is the little recorders that you hit play to like hear the story.
Yeah.
This is a bad prop. Just give us a better. I don't know. It's like too small. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like obvious or anything. Like, it doesn't need to be obvious, but I don't know. It just looks like nothing. It's like someone just left a calculator out. So sorry to whoever made that prop, but it's cringe.
You wouldn't know to click it unless you accidentally moved your mouse by it.
Yeah, for sure. Like it feels like there's something. It's a super pedantic thing, but it just feels like there's something you could do with that that's a little better.
Yeah, I think it's
keep
fair.
remembering more things. Did anyone ever find that placeholder key in the locked office?
I did in the PTU.
Yeah, there's that one where you have to like go into the bathroom stall, look back at the opening, climb through the vent, and there's some sniper rifles. There's a pistol and some sort of placeholder looking key card thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still doesn't do anything. I've got like 3
So you
in my
found
inventory.
the placeholder in live?
Yeah, it's in live. I grab it every time I go through.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't know what it does, or again, there's still a .2.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not like.
Who knows?
Once again, it could be removed content.
Yeah, it might be.
It'd be great if it's not. It'd be great if it is something.
4.3.2.
Yeah.
No. Okay, speed run this now. The Apollo ramp. This is not exclusive to the Apollo, but I hate how you have to run all the way up to the ship, hit the button, and then these super long ramps, so you have to run back half a football field to get to the ramp.
The Apollo has an elevator.
Right, but some other ships don't have that.
Prize and Polaris.
The Polaris is the worst. Like, what happens to that one Crusader one where you get the little hologram of where the elevator or the ramp would end at?
Yeah,
I think you can just stand there and push the button from there.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it?
Mine is always
the A2C1, A1C1, or C2.
Yeah, the Spirits,
yeah.
My one's always the Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie will probably get updated when the Asgard comes out. But like, first off, it doesn't have a button. It's still you're clicking the door. But also, you're clicking the door from like the ramp. Sorry, you're clicking the ramp from like halfway through the ramp, and then you're doing exactly what you just said. You've then got to run back further because if you don't, the ramp's just gonna hit you.
Yep.
It gets
Once again, it does have side entrances, and you can vault up to them now, but it's still weird.
Yeah, we still need the remote car door opener in 2955. Let's see. Last thing. Let's see. When the Apollo was originally announced, they said it was only going to have 6 tier 3 med beds. Like, modularity was not even on the table. They had to run that by marketing team. But the original gimmick was the drones, which they're gone. And they tell us like, oh, well, we got like tractor beams now. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get someone in the ship that way. But then they're like, hey, look at this ramp. You can use gurneys. Don't you want to use gurneys?
No.
But you just said we had tractor beams, so why would I want a gurney?
Yep.
You contradicted yourself there.
Because Chris wants a gurney.
Yeah.
But the whole copium thing of like, because Chris said a lot of stuff at the beginning. Like, we're supposed to have like airborne illnesses that are going to get contagious, and we got to have like medics go around and give everyone vaccines, and we're going to be able to lock up players in the back of a Cutlass Blue for 6 days and never turn them into jail or something. Oh boy. People complain that I don't want to be part of your medical gameplay when I don't want to be part of a pirate's gameplay. What's the double standards there? One's trying to hurt me, the other one's trying to help me. How is it people are willing to like log off overnight in the middle of space and Elite Dangerous and wait for the fuel rats to come save them, but in Star Citizen we can't wait 10 minutes for some pick me up?
Because you actually lose stuff in Elite Dangerous when you die.
Huh. What an unusual concept.
Yeah.
Oh well, I've gone on too long. Thank you for listening to me ramble. You guys are awesome.
So are you,
Oh,
man.
good.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, Ringo. Thank you very much for the call, and we'll hopefully hear from you again soon.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty.
Bye now. Also, if there's any day to go on a rant, it's today, right? It's fine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We only have
also,
a few callers.
I think I'm stupid. The Asgard's already out. What's the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know. When you mentioned it, I was like,
maybe it was the Asgard. No, you know what? Now I'm mad because I just realized they didn't upgrade the Valkyrie when the Asgard came out. How could they do this to me, Mike?
The gunboat one.
Paladin.
Yeah, that's probably what you're thinking of.
But like, yeah, the Asgard's already out, and the Asgard and the Paladin are like more similar to each other than they are to the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Fix my Valkyrie, CIG. Come on. Anyway.
True. All right, Warbot is on his alt account, but it's still the same. Same thing.
Hello.
Ooh,
hey, how's it going?
Oh, there's just a motorcycle drove by him. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Cool. All good.
Hey,
yeah, I walked to my card shop now, so.
All good.
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
Well, I'm not getting the new Spider-Man set because I'm not a big fan of it.
So true, and no one else is either. Let's go.
Yes.
Garbage set.
Yeah. Okay. I'll dedicate 1 minute to it. It is why is 80% of the monsters legendary? And why is a camera an artifact? And why is a taxi in Magic? And that's it.
Okay. All of those actually make 100% sense within the game. The problem is all the cards are garbage.
Yeah.
And too expensive. That's why it sucks. Anyway, Star Citizen.
Yes, back to Star Citizen. The trading
card
game.
I'm up.
All right. Anyways, but yeah. So overall, my feelings on the patch. So far, I'm actually pretty happy with it for the last 2 patches. It did bring a few of my friends back into the game because, aside from waiting for base building, whenever that comes in, yeah, they actually did enjoy the ASD facilities, and it's a lot of fun, just messing around in there.
Yeah.
It just feels like a nice insular PvE like location with a very small smidge of PvP whenever you crash into someone. It was kind of hilarious. I actually, I usually go in there with very little armor, take out the first couple enemies, take their armor and stuff, then run back to my ship to grab the backpack to equip it to. And that's how I do my little loot goblin thing. And then I crashed into another team that was in there, and I shot him down, and I realized like, oh, that was not a NPC. My bad. So
I was forced to kill the player. My chat made me kill the one player I saw because I was doing a solo run, and they were pulling the levers at the end area, so they said I had to kill him. Otherwise, it wouldn't be solo, so I killed him.
There's complaints from people where they're like, oh man, someone killed me for no reason. Mike's reason was he had to make it harder for himself.
Yeah,
like
I did not want to kill them
because I was helping.
Yep, I did not want to kill them, dude. And the best part is like, he had no idea I was there. I came right behind him and just blasted him in the back. So I don't think he knew he was killed by a player. I think he just thought he died to an NPC that was laser beaming because it was at the end of the engineering.
You can still, there's comma rays there, so you would still get crime.
Oh, I got a crime stat, but it automatically
I got crime stat too. That's how I realized there was a player. Like, oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. You have committed grievous bodily harm against whoever.
I wish I could just say like it was dark and scary, and things were coming out of really strange places.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is definitely a lot of fun. I'm liking it. But at the same time going like, I wonder how deep this is going to go. Probably as shallow as the rest of the content, unfortunately. But I do hope they do expand other aspects of it. For the most part, this is actually a lot deeper than most content they've given us so far in the last 3 years that I've returned.
I also think like while I do want there to still be something at the end, I think time wise it's like still it's pretty solid. Like like the first time you go there, you're probably gonna spend what? Sorry, like the first time that you do the end mission. So assume that you've already done all the
take about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. Obviously, you're gonna spend a little bit more time exploring what is it called, Site B, and whatnot. And that's solid. I think that's pretty reasonable for like what I would expect in a decent amount of like story content. It just is missing that very, very little bit extra, just that one thing, that one fight, or like whatever it is, right at the end.
Yeah, and each foray into this actually is about the same amount of time as like in Division doing one of those missions in there. So I'd say it's actually a really good, yeah. But yeah, going forward though, and as I mentioned before, like there is definitely a lot of features I do hope they get in quickly. Asking a lot for quickly, but before base building, and one of them is and you guys alluded to this earlier with the chat running on Virgil's thing. We really do need our social features up and running, because that I think would make everything around this game like 3 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like there was some complaints in YouTube chat today about talking about you know, like some of this content being more geared for multi-crew stuff. We've talked about it to death, but like with a social with proper social tools, those problems become a lot less because it makes it a lot easier for you to find friends to do this content, right?
Yeah, I would say like just a basic looking for group board, a market board, and have 5 different chat windows. So if like global is toxic, move to Hurston chat, move to Crusader chat, move to regional chat, whatever. It's just it's just one of those things where like I hit F12 when I go streaming because I'm afraid of like Twitch like flagging me. So
I mean, you know what?
In general, not even Twitch. Like I don't care. I just can't. It's so toxic, the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know what MMOs had in like 2004, 2005? I'll use WoW specifically as the example here. You know what they had before they had an actual looking for group feature where you queue up? Is a looking for group chat.
Yeah.
Just a chat. Hey guys, I want to do this dungeon. Who's up, right? I'm looking for whoever.
Yeah.
Right?
And I remember
like, we don't have that.
Yeah, I remember Ion like in the group chats. They actually like had like links to the group posting, looking for group posting too. You can put in there too. So like, there's just so many things you can do. Now, I thought like, oh, when they said they're gonna integrate Spectrum into the game, I was like, okay, are you gonna put the looking for group thing in there? That can work. Nope, never mind.
Nope,
that didn't happen either. So
they had a meeting about thinking about doing it though. So
yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
there's also I want to fight an argument that will come up, which is like just use general. Problem is, the second that you post in general, you're gonna get 30 people saying, "Shut up! We're talking about the best way that that you can play chess on an MSR. Get out of this chat, right?" So
yeah, or just like
flies by.
You know, joke. Yeah, or just joke for posting. It's like, oh, the oldest my mom jokes come in too. I'm like, okay, all right.
Or it's just same lizard over and over again.
Yeah, but in any case though, like overall the content and story is going in a relatively good direction in terms of keeping us busy, which is fine. But I really hope to, after this sub story, now that they've sort of stabilized the servers to a degree, to start coming back to feature development. Because that's actually that's actually my favorite. Yeah, that's because that's actually the main reason why.
I think I still want them to like, maybe they can go back to features out, but like I still want them to mostly focus on bugs for as long as possible.
Yes,
because like it's another one of those.
I think what we're talking about is drop this content trash and move the game forward and fix the bugs.
I don't know if they're ever going to drop the content
because they made so much money. I know they will not. Like
it is, but like also they've been doing a good job with the content. What I think.
Well, the things though. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, all I was going to say is what I think will happen is like a lot of the people who are responsible for features, for Squadron, have already started, obviously, moving over to Star Citizen for the last like 2 years. But then as more of them come through, then they'll probably just do it at the same time. They'll probably just try to do features and content at the same time, which will probably be its own problem with everything breaking because you're doing both of them at the same time. But that's what I like next year, possibly the year after. That's what I like see the main patches being, is the combination of the two.
Yeah, and I really do hope that they did. Yeah, I really hope they did use this year to just craft a framework to quickly make missions and content for the content creator team, so they don't have to keep turning to the features team for additional waiting periods. And I do hope that whatever Benoit said about degradation, what's it called, regression patches or something, where like they put something in and then just creates more problems, like legacy problems.
Contested zones, right? Like I feel like that might be the best example of regression. Is they weren't great in 4.0, but nothing was great in 4.0, and then you know, they got okay-ish. You could start sort of spamming them as they got the bugs fixed. But then every like major patch since then, there's always been like something super messed up with contested zones, and it's been like super, like their first big attempt at like really interesting grindable content has just continued to not be playable. The newer stuff, it's been okay. Hathor has kind of been working pretty well. I've seen like no problems except freight elevator related problems with the irradiated Valakar over the last few patches. The release of the ASD content, both in 4.3 and 4.3.1, worked. I didn't have any major problems. 100% people like fight me on that if you experienced it. But like, yeah, that one bit of content continues to either not work or get worse, and it was a this year problem.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I'm gonna have to cut it short. I just arrived at the card shop. I will see you guys later. It was fun talking to you guys.
Of course. All right, Warbot.
Awesome.
Be good, man.
Have a good one. Right.
Talk to you. Bye now. And our last and final caller will not take half an hour, but we'll give him more time than we usually give him. Space Monkey.
Hey, no, Space Monkey.
What? Not half an hour. I'm just here for that. Come on, Mike. Give it. No,
he just wants to have a chat.
Yes, exactly. Hope you're doing good.
Good.
When it comes to the Onyx facilities, I just played through it with some guys today and yesterday. And it makes me pretty hopeful for Squadron 42 because we had always or at least I see it this way, the issue that we never saw if CIG can do good gameplay. And with that, I mean, even in an MMO environment, I think it's pretty decent, and it feels a bit more like a single player game, like you would be in a single player game, switch to co-op mode and played through it with your friends. And for that, I like the ideas behind it. I like the mechanics they have in that stuff, and it felt pretty good. I don't know when I do it the Xth time to, I don't know, collect the armors or grind for the stuff you get at the end for the final mission. I don't know how I feel about that, but at the moment feels quite good. So
yeah, we were talking about that again on stream today, because then I was like, while you can solo it, like more people is better, and especially with like some of the timed stuff, it's a lot easier, right? If you are doing this even with 2 people, that's probably like honestly where the difficulty stops. After that, it's just speed. If you do this with 2 people and you both want a set of armor, you need to do it 30 times.
Yeah.
That's insane for a skin.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's ridiculous, and you have to find the armor in the first place. But you will have if.
Yeah.
But, true, but
if you've done it 30 times, you'll find the armor. But
but this is kind of motivating because they placed all those boxes there, and there's everything. Every time there's something in it, and if it's not what you're searching for, you can even trade it on the markets. Like, hey, maybe you find the other version of it. I don't know how many versions are 4.
3
the green,
or 4.
Red,
the blue,
green,
yellow, the red, and
there's
the
red,
yellow
green,
one?
a full yellow, a blue yellow, and then there's the skin, the one from Wicklow. So what's that? 6?
Oh, that's 5, or is it 5?
Whatever. Math is hard.
But yeah, to force the players to go 15 times into it for one set of armor feels a bit too much. Maybe like 9 times, but 15 is...
Yeah. I honestly, like, it's one of those weird things where it's like, it's probably fine, but like maybe if there was a lower tier of skin that you only have to do 6 or 7 times, and maybe it's not the prettier one, but like to just go from 0 to 100 that quick feels crazy.
And also the new weapon you find in it. It's quite funny to like blast everything down with it and have like a negative because
it is such
so
a cool
heavy.
gun.
Yeah, it's such a cool gun.
Love it. I'm really happy that they didn't do what they did with the SMG and the rifle, where they just turn it into a laser, because it's already this like fast shooting gun.
Yeah.
If it just became a faster shooting gun, it's a little bit depressing. They could do more with it. So I do love that it's like, no, now the gun fires slower, but way heavier shots. Like you're getting insta gibs at some point when you're really getting into it.
And when it starts out as low damage, it's not really an effective PvP weapon. So it becomes something that you can bring to a PvE experience, and like it's like one of the first times that like a good gun is good at something specifically more than the other ones. Like, yes,
and it doesn't
FS9,
like ruin the whole meta of like everything. It's just like, hey, this is good at that one.
So you bring it to situations like this, but you're not bringing it into Arena Commander and dominating everybody, as far as I'm aware, at least. So that's
really good when the elevator shaft with the NPCs is opening right in front or behind you. It's like
and you just blast and it's just red,
clean it up.
Red.
Yeah, and the other point we just had brings me to my second point, because I want to ask you how you feel about certain kind of grind, because I still try to get all the stuff together for the Polaris. And on the last patch, I ran into a wall because the last 2 items I needed were the medals, these pristine medal stuff you get from the ace pilots, and the second one is this fucking pure Karenite. And with the
you have to play in a group basically to get it, so it's like
no, you don't have to, but it's so rare to find. Yeah, it's so
Keep in mind that you can also get the war medals from the I'm trying to remember what they're called. They're the like
patrol
ruined
missions.
Outposts.
But they're so rare to find them.
They are, but like it's one of those things. Like you need, like if you've already got all the helmets, you're just like, whatever. I'm not going to do those because they're rare themselves, like the amount of times that they'll spawn. So I'll just go for those, and they're a little bit easier. You can do them a little bit faster.
Well, the issue I have with it is, first of all, if you do the ace pilot stuff, there's like triple RNG involved in that. And that is stack on it, because first of all, you have to have the RNG to find the ace pilot.
Yep.
Then you have the
Don't
RNG
full kill it.
Yeah, well, exactly. And then you have to have the RNG for a medal to spawn, because not always there's a medal in it. And then on top of that, it needs to be the right medal. And it's like, hell no, please don't do it either. I mean, with the spawn of the ace pilot, I can totally understand it. With the spawn of the medal, I don't understand it. Why not just give a medal in it always with the ace pilot helmet, but not just the right one? Just eliminate one of those RNGs, please. This feels so bad.
I think for the Polaris, it's fine. From people who have grinded for the Polaris in recent patches, because obviously the like recipe keeps changing. The amount of time it's taken them, assuming that they have not bought any of the like parts of the recipe from like UEX or whatever, I think it is completely reasonable to take this long. It's a Polaris.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have just started grinding for it. I have no intention of this happening anytime soon. It is going to take me months, and that is okay. That should be a thing. These massive ships like that should be the case. Now, when I lose it to a patch, I'll be mad as hell. But
yes, I was about to say that.
But yeah, like I think that is a reasonable like sort of time frame for you to be grinding for that sort of thing. A skin, not so much. But
I have no issue with the time you need for grind. I have an issue that during the process I get demotivated. So the question for me is, what is motivating and what is demotivating grind? Because if it's just a long list of items you have and you have to do a lot of activities for it, totally fine with that. But when it comes to RNG, it feels like, okay, the other part of it gave me a sense of progress, and this doesn't, because the RNG is so bad that it at some point it's like, oh fuck it, I don't want to continue because I don't feel any progress because I tried that 15 times. I've not found the item I need, and I know I need to do it for another 15 times to find the amount I need for the item. So grind okay, but RNG involved, please make it.
So also the RNG is like bugs too, which is it makes the RNG worse.
That's obviously a problem. When once again when we pretend that bugs don't exist in Star Citizen, and we're in that world.
Yep. Which I do too often.
Space Monkey, because we kind of just like disagree on like kind of like if it's okay, I guess, you know. In that world where there aren't bugs that are also screwing us over, would you just buy some of these things that are harder to find? And would you still feel okay with like the whole process?
Well, I did.
With real money.
No. I bought it with in-game. I bought some fangs, Apex Velika fangs, which is, I think that's fine. But if you have, let's say, the pure Karenite, where it's so rare that literally nobody has it. Yeah, or 50. Yeah, I saw 50 million for that. That's ridiculous.
The price is going down.
That's the point. You know how we can figure out? Sorry, just very quickly. I'm going to go to UEX right now. You know how we can find out if it is in fact spawning at every single location? Let's see if the price has cratered.
Yeah, I bet you it has a little bit. I'll go with you.
But continue.
Yeah, that was basically, I mean, like, give me a feel of progression and it's fine. And maybe also, I mean, I'm fine with a high RNG or low RNG in this point for items like direct items. But when when I need to grind for components to get an item, it feels off to have like this hard of an RNG. But when it comes to like, okay, there's a very rare, I found this Strata helmet with the fire on in the last patch, where they basically said there is like a whole armor now in it. So it was also a very rare find, and for that I think it's okay. It's like armor, I mean, maybe you find it in full and not only in components, but it's very rare. For that it feels fine, because then it feels like a really good jackpot at the end. Or it's like, but if I grind for something that had, I don't know, 100 things I need to find, and a couple of those things are so RNG heavy, it feels off.
Your Karenite hasn't died yet. Just 30 mil.
Okay. Still. Maybe they are. You
newest thing is negotiable. Yeah, I checked the newest ones. One of the newest ones is negotiable.
Negotiable. Okay.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard.
The same guy put up 2 offers. You can negotiate with him or 30 mil.
Well, it feels like
so we know what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Last point is to the thing you said earlier, or in the last call with the caller, was he wished to go back to the functional stuff or feature stuff. I think just there are, at the point, if they release Squadron 42 and if it's good, I think they can do both. I mean, all of the content we gave are basically the outcome of Squadron 42 is basically in the polishing phase. They need no new content because that is set. I mean, you never know what Chris comes up with, but so far it feels like it's finished. and all the people are going over to Star Citizen and creating all the content because they are not needed for Squadron 42 anymore.
Yeah,
And
we'll see.
when Squadron comes out, all the feature people, all the gameplay programmers that are still busy with Squadron 42 could come over and contribute to getting all the features or gameplay we need.
That's
Because
the dream.
they are there are two areas where I feel they are understaffed. First of all, the gameplay programmers, because I don't know how it is. It just have the outside view that they're too little for the features. They're too less people for the features they want. Because when a feature takes like 4 years to finish, it's like, why not just do 8 people instead of 4 to finish it in 2 years? That feels reasonable, but 4 years for a feature feels crazy. I know it's not easy because sometimes it's too many people and they block each other. I know that from experience, but in that case, it feels too little coders. And the other is QA, where it's just like you come in, you try something out that works before and it's broken. And it feels for me they have 2 less people to do the QA. They do the QA for the patch and for the most menacing bugs they have. But all the other stuff falls over because there's not much focus on it, and they don't do any regression tests, meaning they don't test the features that worked before because there's no time and no resources for to do, and they need to change it when it comes to 1.0 because I mean, at least 1 year before they know they want to get it out of the park, they need to improve that because it's ridiculous. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's if something doesn't change, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. It's like I was so mad because I tried the LC cargo hauling stuff, and there are new bugs in it. And I was like, my god, will I create a fucking test plan for that? Put it on Spectrum and say, guys, please, this is my test plan. Use it and give it back to me every patch to confirm the stuff is working. That's what I would expect normally from software QS or quality assurance.
But
yeah,
I don't know. All right, Space. We'll let you. We'll call it here and let you go. But as always, you're a legend, and we appreciate your calls. So thank you for calling in.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Have a nice weekend. See you, whatever, soon.
No worries. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hopefully you have some predictions for next week.
Oh, you want to have some predictions? Okay, I can come.
Next week.
Yeah.
I don't overstretch it. Bye.
Catch it.
Bye now. All right. That's all our callers for the week. So that is our
I have one more complaint because Space Monkey Business made me think about it.
What?
And it's another pedantic one. Okay. So they named the facilities in this one Onyx, which typically, it's a mineral, it's dark and black, usually used to refer to hey, these are stealthy places where you don't want to go and whatnot. The name of the facilities from the irradiated Valakar is Lazarus.
Yeah.
Which, Christian mythology, guy rose from the dead, right?
Yeah.
They should 100% 180 those. It makes way more sense for the Valakar ones to be the super stealthy ones where we're doing the Valakar thing in the middle of a storm.
True.
And then makes way more sense for these ones where there literally is a guy constantly coming back from the dead.
But maybe
to call them Lazarus.
Maybe it's called Lazarus because it was the beginning of this story.
It was, but it should still be the opposite.
I think it goes back to what I said, where it was like this all should have been one quest line that all came out together.
Yeah, which story-wise it is. It's just not actually connected. You're not actually
somebody's gonna
told to do it.
Gonna experience this all in a row, but it's not us. It's somebody that comes to the game later.
They're not, because they're gonna start in Stanton.
Yeah,
they're gonna get the mission to go do the ASD facilities, and they'll go do them, and then they'll go to Pyro.
Fair.
And they'll do the Valakar.
Fair.
So they'll actually do it backwards.
Yeah. Rip.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lazarus. We should have changed it. Okay. Fair enough.
100%.
All right.
Retcon it.
that's where we'll leave you guys. So we thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get your predictions in for next week. I'm going to definitely make a little bit of a list because we got it's about 2 hours, which means it's going over. And they might do my first prediction is an annoying Chris Roberts talk at the end that nobody asked for or wants to hear. So get your predictions in. 2 hours. What do you think that they could do? Keep in mind, every ISC is around 15 minutes. So that's like 8 ISCs, right? So, yeah.
Also, if I'm... Hopefully this doesn't take me very long to find. I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, when they did the last digital one, each section was like 20 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know for sure because I can't remember off the top of my head, but they moved, and I remember loving it. I remember loving that the pace was good. It wasn't like I have come to enjoy the segments in between at the live Citizen Cons with the jokes and the guys walking around and talking to people, mainly because it's like a point where I can like go to the bathroom, right? Like this could be 2 straight hours of you got to be locked in and focused the whole time paying attention to what they're saying. But yeah, I came to enjoy it because this last one was like pretty fun and they had a good time with it. But
it was actually much longer. So it was 5.5 hours for the full broadcast.
At least but the last section was 2 hours, right?
Was the talking. So about 3 hours. So actually only a little bit longer than what we'll see what everyone's predictions are, but only a little bit longer than what we think might happen.
Yeah. So then, each thing might have been a little bit of time. So we'll see how it goes.
I also just have to tell you because I put in the wrong search term first. I said Star Citizen Live 2022. The very first thing that comes up is Star Citizen Live, a complete waste of an hour from the Star Citizen channel. it's like one of the ones where they got a dev to do like a bunch of concept work and stuff.
That's a good name for it.
Great. It's amazing.
That's actually the name that they should name every SCL episode this year, because that's pretty much how it's been. But yeah, that's where we'll leave you guys. So make sure you have your predictions ready for next week. And we'll, I imagine the calls are going to be pretty full. So get here early. And if you guys do want to get here and know where here is, we stream on Twitch on both my and Croncy's channel. So follow us if you guys haven't yet. We also simulcast to YouTube at Answer the Call SC is the tagline for that. And so get subscribed over there and you guys won't miss a beat. And you could join the Answer the Call podcast to get in the caller list. So follow all those socials, check us out. And again, like the video if you're watching on YouTube. Give us the follow if you guys are watching on Twitch. And we really appreciate you. And don't forget
to answer the call.
Bye, everyone.